Whiskey Alpha 3 November, Bean Switch Refuge, US 3926. Let's do some POTA with the QMX. There we go, Emery Parker in Indiana. Give him about a 5.7. What you got for me, Emery? $3.59. Roger, Roger, thank you, Indiana, and 70 from me. Bye-bye. Alright, back to messages, hit send. First QSO. So, part of the problem when I originally started this video was my spot didn't take. So I called CQ for 20 minutes with no spotting. And with poor band conditions and running QRP, that was awful. Ah, shoot. Okay, so I'm not liking this keyboard. There we go. 599 into Virginia from Wesley. I think that was N5. N5 IM. Back to you, William. Texas. K8 something. K8FL. All right, Jerome, what you got for me? 444, 449 technically, Virginia. Key's sticking again. I guess I lost that guy. Bands are awful. Let's send a CQ out and see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna mess with my filter now that it's... Alright. This is probably one of my toughest activations yet. We've got 4 in the log so far. N8NN. I believe Albert hunted me this morning at my other park. I'm not seeing the previous QSO, so maybe not. I think there's a K1 in there. Man, that's like at the noise level. I'm gonna go ahead and send a CQ out. I cannot pull that one out of the noise. Clear that out so we don't have a partial call in there. At least it's relatively nice out. It was cold this morning. I set up at another park this morning, a new one for me, and back to you, Robert. Yeah, I set up at another park this morning, and it was chilly. I'll take it into Missouri. N8. Got it. N8 NHB. We got James in Ohio. This is our second QSO. Also a 559. Thank you for the good luck. Wow, I made a mess of that keying. I don't know. Is that you, Scott? Whiskey 1 Delta Echo Kilo, if I have that right. That really should have been about a 339, but... David in Georgia, our first time. $5.99. I'll take it. All right, CQ. Nothing heard before that, so let's see here. Where are we at? Not well, I'm sure. I have 8 in the log. I am shocked. These band conditions are terrible. This park is usually not noisy, so this much noise, I don't know. I think it's the bands, but we're going to get 11. I like a little padding and call it quits on this one because this is rough. I got K2 and the U at the end. Wait a minute. I'm not sure if I heard that right. K2 WVA. Is it UU or just you? Stupid key. VU. Sorry, John. And a $5.99 in return. I don't deserve that, but thank you very much from West Virginia. I heard FO in there somewhere. Oh god, this guy's right in the noise too. I'm pretty sure it's not a French call sign. One more try. Yeah, sorry, I'm not hearing you. We'll do one more CQ. Hopefully we can get another 1 or 2 QSOs out of this and wrap it up. Running out of time, but I wanted to come out and break in the QMX today. Should repeat. There it goes. Okay, so it's H. I'll give you a 579 there, Ron, in Illinois. Looks like it's our first QSO. 529. Sorry about that cutoff. Notification popped up and shut down my recording. So I got Ron in Illinois there. He gave me a, let's see, 529. I gave him a 579, but bands are crap today. We need one more. We technically have 10, but I like 11 to 12 for just a little padding, just in case I messed up a call. I am definitely not the most proficient at CW, so I don't want to have that oopsie in there. There was a Y. So, if I heard that right, we have Burton Myers in Colorado. You gave me a 579. Oklahoma? Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to send one more CQ out. If I don't get a response, we're going to shut it down. That's my 12. Not real confident in those. Bands are rough. Alright. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm going to QRT. Kind of pick out if there's a call in there. I don't think so. And let me change my spot to say that I'm off the air, so nobody comes looking for me. Come on, there it goes. So yeah, I called for like 20 minutes when I started and got nothing, and I couldn't figure out why. So my POTUS spot hadn't taken. So I was out here just raw dogging CQs into the open air with no spot. So let me turn you around and show you the setup since I lost that. So we're breaking in the QMX today. This just showed up the other day. We're running off a little pocket-sized battery pack. You can see it's literally about the size of the radio. It's awesome. I've run it twice. The first time I didn't even use the QMX. I actually used another radio. I've got an ATU 100 tuner set up over here as a backup. The Nano VNA was showing me that we were getting about a 1.6 to 1. I think it might have been lying to me just a little bit because the tuner never actually kicked on and it was showing about a 1.2. The radio was showing about a 1.25, 1.3. So I think my SWR was fine. We got the Pooty Kid paddle out here. You heard that thing sticking. Not necessarily a fan of that. And then for an antenna, we're running a ham stick on a Gable radio tripod with 2 ground radials tuned to 20 meters. These are Cat 6 cables that I scrounged, and I've got a stake on each end just to hold those down and relatively straight. But we're out here at US 3926, Bean Switch Refuge WMA. Great day to play radio. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. And I just wanted to bring you along to show you the break-in on my QMX. I'm glad that things finally started working out. This was, to say the least. I messaged Scott, W3GTR, and asked him if he was having issues because I, for the life of me, could not get hunters. I was calling for nearly 20 minutes, and absolutely nothing. It was so rough. And I finally discovered when I pulled up the POTUS site on this tablet that I wasn't spotted, so I was just calling into the abyss. That definitely doesn't help you to get contacts. So got that fixed, and sure enough, within just a couple minutes, I got some hunters. Let's look at the stats real quick here on this activation. So we got 11 QSOs in 17 minutes. That's a rate of 37 per hour. Average distance is 500 miles. 500 miles on this QMX, little palm-sized radio. Fantastic. 5 watts, can't complain. Longest contact, if I got this call right, was Whiskey Zero Mike Yankee, 902 miles. So, all on 20 meters. We only got 1 duplicate state contact. So I got 10 states out of my 11 contacts. That's all thanks to World Radio League's logging software. Love this stuff. I just switched to it, and I've been enjoying the heck out of it. It's a great software, and it's really fun to have those numbers. That's kind of why I switched. So thanks for joining me out here at Bean Switch, and I will see about maybe filming some more of these in the future if there's some interest. Thanks so much. Whiskey Alpha 3 November 72s.